We're all struggling with the same things. We all have the same issues or similar issues. We have different ways of dealing with it, but a lot of us, share in this idea that life is a struggle because, life can be a struggle. Life can be hard. So having that understanding, having that compassion for other people and saying, wow, maybe they're not attacking me personally, maybe they're just completely out of their mind because they're anxious, they're afraid, they're upset, and they don't know how else to take care of themselves. Doesn't make it right when they do something harmful. We're not making excuses. But when we begin to come at it from this place of compassion and understanding, we're much more likely to get a positive and peaceful resolution of our differences. This second quote is from Tomorrow's God by Neil Donald Walsh. He says, when somebody is harming us or threatening to harm us, ask this question: what hurts you so much that you feel you have to hurt me to heal it? This can stop the train. This can get somebody thinking, wow, what am I doing? Why am I hurting this person? Is this really who I want to be in this situation? Take care of ourselves first, and we can do whatever we need to do to take care of ourselves. But if it's appropriate, if it's safe and appropriate, try and ask that question. What hurts you so much that you feel you have to hurt me to heal it? And really want to know, really want to find out what's running that person in that moment, and then see if I can be helpful. Number 36, this is me from my work. If we saw the world the way they see the world, and if we saw ourselves the way they see themselves, then we'd probably be doing the exact same thing they're doing, and that makes us the same as them. So again, I don't know if I think I mentioned it in the next slide or two, but the idea is that we're all driven by this survival instinct. We do everything we do to feel better. We talked about that in chapter 5. But underneath that, what feels good, what feels better is surviving. So we have this, we do what we do because we think we need to do it to survive and or to be happy. That's what's driving all of us. So we make different choices around that, but we all share that common motivation. And when I can begin to recognize that, number one, I stop making what other people do personal. I don't take it personally. I don't make it about me. And then I can have some compassion and understanding, and I may even be able to be helpful to help them achieve their goal without hurting me, without, injuring me or whatever the effect of their behavior was going to be on me. All attacks are a call for love. This comes from A Course in Miracles. As I said earlier, sane, healthy people don't attack others. They find peaceful ways to resolve their differences. And I say here, what if we could shift our thinking to say that when one person attacks another, that first person is really calling out for help? What if we could see their lashing out as being driven by fear and maybe even as an act of desperation? This again is having some compassion and understanding. We still take care of ourselves. We still can do whatever we need to do to protect ourselves and to be safe. But once we've done that, now is there another way to look at this? Can I see them differently? Can I see their attack as a call for help? Now, as I say below here, the problem is we usually feel justified in hurting those who we think have harmed us. And we're so certain about that we're right and they're wrong that we never question the basis for our actions. So another question to ask when you're confronted with somebody else's crazy, harmful, inappropriate behavior, and you want to lash out at them, you want to make them wrong, would I accuse myself of doing this? All right, true forgiveness. So this forgiveness stuff is rad. For many of us, it's a call to live life in an entirely different way. True forgiveness is when the other person has done something wrong, inappropriate, or even harmful, and we forgive them anyway. We don't give up our right to protect ourselves. We don't become a doormat and let other people walk all over us. We don't put ourselves in harm's way. And we take care of ourselves from a place of love, from a place of compassion and understanding. We don't rely on the anger, the resentment, the judgment, the vengeance to take care of ourselves. We have a different way of taking care of ourselves now. So we can still set boundaries, but we do it with love. We can still take care of ourselves, but we do it with compassion and understanding for the other person. And as I say here, I'm not angry. This is really important for me to remember. I'm not angry because of what they did. I'm angry because I'm afraid, and I'm afraid because of how I see myself. So we talked about this in chapter 6, I think, that fear always precedes anger. What that means is if I'm angry, I'm really afraid. And so it's very helpful for me to look at that and address the fear as opposed to why I think I'm angry. And when I communicate to another person that I'm afraid versus when I yell at them and I attack them because I'm angry, they have a much different response. When I attack somebody, when I make them wrong, when I'm trying to hurt them, then they either shut down or they lash out. They attack me back. Whereas if I communicate to somebody that I'm afraid, I'm concerned, I'm worried, now I'm not attacking them. And now they can actually listen and help me find a solution.